I see you. You are in the clubhouse, so you are really a big
Yes.
fan.
He's a
Yeah,
Braves fan.
yes.
I'm the Yankee, so
Wait, you know, in
It's
the Yankees clubhouse, they didn't let you in.
they didn't let me in, man. Today's Braves Day.
Today is Braves Day.
What's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to Outside the Stadium. Today we are interviewing one of my favorite Atlanta Braves players of all time, Andruw Jones. I wanted to give a quick shout out to our partners, Playbook Products. I have one slate coaster and one leatherette coaster from their Atlanta Braves collection. Check them out after the interview, and thanks again for tuning in.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Outside the Stadium. With us today is Atlanta Braves legend Andruw Jones. What's going on, Andruw?
How you doing, guys? Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime, man. So I'm Harry. Dero's on with the Braves background. What's going on, Dero?
What's up, guys?
Dero, you want to take us away?
Sounds good. And I don't usually do this, but before we get into the interview, I just need to say a few things. Andruw, we've done over 140 interviews on Outside the Stadium, and this is probably the most meaningful interview I've done and might be the most meaningful interview I will ever do. To turn back the clock a little bit, 1996 World Series, you became the youngest player to hit a home run in the postseason. Can you tell us about that at bat and tell us about what it was like playing in the World Series?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I really didn't think I was going to be there in '96. Going through that year, I was telling some of the guys that I know, that was in the minor league with me that got a chance to go to the big league camp and wasn't on the roster for the '95 World Series. I was kind of a little disappointed because I didn't get invited to the big league camp. So that kind of motivated me a little bit to make it there. But I was trying to win a championship in A ball in Durham. We had a great team. We had a solid 1-2-3 punch in the lineup, and with me, Ron White, and Wes Helm, and we had a bunch of other guys that was pretty solid too. So we were just trying to win a championship over there, and then they kind of broke us off and called me and Wes Helm up to Double A, and then that kind of moved on from there on. But the Braves just gave me the opportunity to get called up and trying to help. I think the front office knew that we were going to play a very dominant left-handed starting pitching rotation, and all we had was left-handed hitters. So Bobby and Showholes in the office wanted to have me in the lineup and kind of to break it down, and that's how everything started. And when they gave me a chance, I took advantage of it, and that was the World Series.
Yeah, you definitely came in motivated and you were ready to go from the start, and it showed. So, one of your biggest accomplishments to me is you are a 10-time Gold Glove winner. Only 15 other MLB players have ever accomplished this. Can you just talk about, how you kept that up for such a long time throughout your career?
Well, I mean, from the beginning, all I want to do is be the best at my position, and I work very hard at it every day in spring training. Everything started in spring training, even started before that. When I was home, I was Shaq batting practice with other the professional baseball players. Then after that afternoon, I will go when my dad get done from work. I will go and Shaq some ball with him, and he will start me from left field all the way to right field, just hitting balls in the air and go back and forward. So everything started from there on. And when I get into spring training, I was ready. I was just trying to get my leg fully in shape so I can have a productive and solid season for the year.
Definitely. And to stay on the track of accomplishments that you've done, you made it to 5 All-Star games. Can you tell us what it's like to be at the top of the league so many times, and any best moments that you might have from any of those games that stand out?
Well, I mean, making the All-Star game is everything is start as how good you start your season. I never start that well in the season. I always was a slow starter. I just trying to finish strong because I know we were going to be in the playoff, and I didn't want to blow my load out real quick and don't have nothing for the playoff. So, it's not a process that I thought about it, but it was just one of those things that we knew from the beginning when we break camp. What we're looking forward for. We're looking forward to, win a division, get back to the World Series, and that's all what matter. Making the All-Star game would have been a nice thing consistently for the longest. But our goal from the beginning was not the All-Star game, just win the division title and make it to the World Series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's more important to be better in the second half, be ready for the postseason. That's the most important games out there for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah. So as a Yankee fan, I got to ask this question. You played on a team with Jeter, CC, Posada, many more guys. Just talk about that experience.
Well, I mean, that was towards my end of my career. It was fun. We had a lot of talk. We had a lot of stuff that, I mean, going way back me and Jeter, we almost came the same time together, and we played 2 World Series against each other. We had some interleague plays against each other, so we were going back and forth and talking trash to each other. But get a chance to play on the same team with all those guys, it was awesome. The Yankees is a very first class organization, and I wish I could have played more, but they had their plan, and I was just trying to be a piece of it.
Definitely. I'm glad we got Harry some Yankee talk, but let's get back to the Braves here for a second. So coming from a Braves fan, I have to ask you this question. You played with Maddox, Glavine, Smoltz, Chipper. You played under Bobby. Can you tell us some stories from those teams and just how amazing some of those teams were?
Well, I mean, it was straight business. Like I said before, when we break camp, everybody is happy to see each other. After the long season and get back to spring training, we sit in the clubhouse. We talk, joke, we tell stories about what happened in the off season and stuff like that. But after that, we just get straight to the business. And the first goal is let's go get ready and have another round and accomplish what we did not accomplish the year before. So that's all it is. I mean, from Maddox to Smoltz to those guys, they different. They always talk stuff on the bench, but they pitchers. They don't play every day, and they stay with their group. But besides Chipper and myself and everybody else that was in the lineup on a regular basis, it's just we had a goal. That's just a goal. Achieve that goal that we need to achieve every year and trying to be consistent. And I think that's what we did, and that's what we were successful for so many years in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it was one cohesive unit with the same goal, and that's why you guys were able to, show it on the field every year, come back, and what you guys are ready to do. So this might be a tough question because you've had so many amazing moments throughout your career, but I just want to know, what are some of the best moments that stick out to you throughout your career?
Oh, wow. I mean,
It's tough.
so many. I mean, it's tough. First of all, getting called up to the big league. That was, I never thought it was going to happen that year, but get a chance to get called up and then get put right in the roster for the playoff. I think getting to the World Series, hit a 2 home run in the World Series was top of the line. But Game 7 of the National League Division Championship was, I think, the best game. Having our back down 3-1, and we came back and tied the series and go to Game 7 at home, having your fans going crazy there the whole game. I mean, I think it was like the World Series was fine, but I think that was the most exciting game I had since I've been with the Braves. We had a lot, walk off against the Mets to go to the World Series, all those games. But I think Game 7 of the National League Division Championship in 1996 was one of the best one I play on, and I was part of it. Definitely.
And I wanted to fast forward a little to the 2005 season. You finished second in MVP voting behind, one of the best, Albert Pujols. And I've always wondered, how does the process work? So you find out your top 3, and then, is there voting? Are you kind of waiting anxiously to hear the results? Tell us about the experience and kind of that day.
No, I think you kind of know everything a little bit already because, the media talk about it and all this stuff, but, you're still anxious because you never know one vote can change a lot of stuff. So, my mind was that year. I just came out of off season that, I didn't produce the way I wanted to produce, and I went home and I worked on my stance. I changed everything, and I came back that year going to spring trainings with a goal to perfect that new stand and the new swing, and it worked in spring training, and it ended up working the season and end up hitting 51 homers. But that year was just we had a lot of injury. I didn't have Chipper in the lineup the whole year to protect or to be batting in front of me for to be more special. But we had a bunch of young guys that came up that year and did a tremendous job. And it was a great year for me, number wise, but it was just a great year to be part of it with a bunch of young guys in the lineup, and you're the older ones at 30 years old or 32 years old.
For sure. I mean, it shows you put the work in spring training, you were ready to go. And even without Chipper, I mean, it makes the numbers even more impressive that like you didn't have Chipper in the lineups and you still had 51 homers, you came out to play.
Yeah.
So before we let you go, I got to ask, what was it like playing for a legend in Bobby Cox?
Well, I mean, it's Bobby was like my second dad. He's a red ass. He protect your his players. He will do anything for you. He was just great. I mean, he always he always talk with you. He always ask you what you think about this. The thing that it was a lot of stuff going between me and Bobby that it would just be like, why you smile so much? Why you look like you're not caring? But then he end up understanding what kind of player I am and how I like to play the game. And since that, he just say, "Hey, Andruw, go do your thing." We will have meetings and go up over the team and over the batters and stuff like that. And Bobby was like, "Andruw, you do whatever you need to do," because he trusts me. What I can do and how I went about my business defensively. And I always was, looking for learning this hitter, this pitcher. I always knew what my pitcher was going to do because I would pay attention and I would watch the game. So, those little things helped me a lot defensively and ability and work hard on it. But, now it's a lot of stuff that changed, and, it's a lot of, numbers and percentage that I think we had those back in the day, but it was not really clear up on paper for everybody. So we were just talking about it, and hopefully you will remember stuff and make your own adjustment.
Definitely, yeah. And those teams were amazing to watch under the leadership of Bobby, and you definitely were awesome to watch. So, Andruw, with that said, thank you so much for coming on. This has been an amazing experience, and we'd love to stay in touch and have you on in the future.
Hey, no problem, buddy. Anytime.